I want to keep with this theme of local elected officials calling me. Back in December of 2008, the brand new elected auditor of DuPage County, Bob Rogan, called. And we worked together, and DuPage County became the first county out of 102 counties in Illinois to post its checkbook. That was because of the leadership of Bob Rogan, the auditor of DuPage County. He's up next.
I want to congratulate for the good of Illinois for putting this, this immense amount of data online. It's something that only a CPA could appreciate, I think. But let's be realistic. Complete transparency is both a blessing and a curse. The blessing is that you break up the monopoly that politicians have over information. And the curse is somebody actually has to go through it. And so that's the next level that the challenge goes out to the people of Illinois. It can't just be the CPAs. It can't just be, you know, the OCD insomniacs with laptops going through these things. It's going to take neighbors and it's going to take coworkers and things to go through these things and find the anomalies, because there's no way that any one person can go and find out all the things that are wrong with the data that's contained here. It's going to take a grassroots effort. I know grassroots is probably an overused term, but it's going to truly take the citizens of the state of Illinois, heck, the state of New Jersey and Texas too, because it's the internet, to go and look through this stuff and find out which things just don't belong. And then they need to call the press, or they need to call the auditor, or they need to call a state's attorney and say something isn't right here, or they call their local politician and get something changed. And so this is really it's a call to all the citizens to go out and start participating even more in their democracy. Thank you very much.
The former executive director of For the Good of Illinois, she's the mayor of the really nice, quaint village in Long Grove, Illinois. Again, with the local perspective from the mayoral position, Maria Rodriguez.
Hello, I too want to thank Adam, and I want to commend him. You know, a lot of people run for office. I met Adam when he was running for governor. A lot of people run for office, and when they don't win, they drop off the face of the earth. This is what he ran on, and he continued it after he didn't get the most votes. And he stuck with it. He's worked with the leadership. That is so commendable. I'm here to speak to the fact that it is a burden on local government to comply with all these FOIA requests. We do believe that it is our responsibility to provide information to the public. We do believe that we are stewards of the public funds, and we owe them that. But to have another venue where we can promote transparency is wonderful. Absolutely so welcome. So I want to thank Adam. What's your last name? I want to thank Adam and
We're joined by State Senator Ron Sandick, and he'll give a perspective from Downers Grove Township, and he's also a former mayor.
Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry I'm late. I have a mortgage paying job I had to attend to this morning. But I tell you, when I heard about this project, I was excited from a variety of perspectives. As a former mayor and as someone who tried to champion transparency at the local level, from within the government status and structure, it is really incredible to see this initiative take place. And I think it's instructive and really important to understand where it's coming from. It's not coming from within government, but rather it's showing initiative and innovation from outside government, the private sector. So here we have the private sector lending its experiences, its innovation, and really the novel use of technology to be as transparent and as open as possible at the state level. And if we take a minute to pause and think through that, it's a little ironic, but it's also really instructive and helpful going forward. Here we have the private sector lending its experiences to the public sector in the best way possible. For me, again, at my old life in Downers Grove, we webcasted our meetings, podcasted them, put everything we could online, not in real time, and that was really the next avenue. That's the next frontier. And I see this mechanism that Adam and his folks have put forth as the next avenue to putting everything online in real time so that anyone that wants to know what's going on with any level of government has at their disposal a simple mouse click or two to find out what it is that's going on. Kind of dispensing with the whole need, hopefully, in the not too distant future, of FOIA in its known existence. Wouldn't it be cool to be gone with that whole law and instead just have everything available in real time? So to Adam and all the folks involved with this wonderful innovation, I tip my cap and say thank you. I know it's something that local government's going to be looking at very carefully and trying to emulate. So thanks much, Adam.
There are third-party organizations like the Heartland Institute here in Chicago. Next up is Bruno Barron. He's a senior fellow at the Heartland Institute, and he's also a policy advisor at For the Good of Illinois.
It's a pleasure to be here today. Adam does deserve a great deal of credit for putting this out online, and the Heartland Institute stands behind these kinds of initiatives, being very, very much in favor of transparency. Our mission at the Heartland Institute is to develop, develop, and promote free market solutions to America's social and economic problems. And the last time I checked, government spending was becoming both a social and an economic problem, not just here in Illinois, but across the nation. Let me just put two really quick exclamation points on what you've heard here today. First, this is a bipartisan issue. It's very important to understand that you cannot fund government services for the poor or for the elderly. You cannot fund new LTRACs or new public services like transportation when you're funding giant education bureaucracies. You can't fund the education of a poor or disadvantaged child when you're funding a massive education bureaucracy. So what this portal does is it allows you to go in and look at the cost of that bureaucracy relative to much better ways that we could be spending money on all of the government services across the spectrum. The next thing I wanted to say as an exclamation point is this. While For the Good of Illinois expended a great deal of effort to do this, at the governmental level, this is not, and it need not be, and it should not be, an expensive endeavor. With 7,000 units of government, a good number of those units of government probably have a hired IT professional, which they may or they may not need, but there's an IT professional there that knows how to convert documents into PDF, that knows how to put software systems online, that can make this stuff seamless in terms of delivering the knowledge straight to the internet without, as Adam so aptly pointed out, a FOIA request from a citizen to have to ask for it. We should not have to ask for what is already our information. And those are the two most important points I wanted to say here today. And once again, congratulating Adam for putting this online, and once again telling everybody to go to openthebooks.com. Thank you.